Hello, everybody. Um, as you can see, my name is Michael Jones. I'd like to welcome you to my end of semester review. Um, as you can see, we've been kind of busy this semester. Um, I am very proud of myself. I started off not really understanding the process of the things that we were doing or asked to do. I'm in the beginning of the semester of the class. But as time has went on, I started to understand and to realize how each thing kind of made a little bit more sense and kind of went hand in hand with each other. As you can see, this is one of the main assignments, if not half of the main assignment for this class. We have to create our own landing page. And on this landing page, you will see little information about myself, my background a little bit, and also links to the different projects and activities that I had to complete during this process. Also, I'm going to walk you through each link. I'm going to kind of give you an overview of things and how I felt things have went so far. So let's get started, everybody. So one of the first things that we did have to create in this class was a blog site. And as you can see, I'm going to click on the blog site. And it's called Into the Mind of a Newbie Tech Person. I think the title does speak for itself. I'm completely new to IT, but it's always been my passion. I'm a psychology major. So, I guess I love to think and love to understand how things work. So IT is a part of that, especially with things going on in today's world with COVID and other things. But I'm going to walk you through the site. So on the site, you will see that we have 8 different things going on as far as the observations for each week. I'm sorry going so fast, but so far, basically each week we had to identify 2 websites or however many websites you would like, and identify the 10 heuristics, characteristics of each website. The traits, as you can say. One, the visibility of the system status. Those things. Let me see here. Let me go to our readings. So here on our readings, you can see from my first week entry, I basically kind of gave you an overview of those 10 usability heuristics. And the visibility of the system status. That's basically saying, hey, if I'm the end user, what's going on with everything? What is the process? And then we can go through match between systems in the real world, meaning that everything basically kind of relates to simplicity things in the corner world. What is that saying for software developers? Just make things more logical. Processing and stuff like ordering a pizza. If I decide I want a pepperoni pizza, what is my next topping? So just chronological, simple. As you can see, I'm not going to go over everything with that. But one thing I did want to point out that I felt very, very important in this process, and which is number 4, the consistency and standards. Reason why I felt like that was very important to me throughout this whole process of developing is because I never realized on a day-to-day basis for me, just with my work, some of the systems that we do use, my department, it's not consistent across the board with other different healthcare systems. I never really understood why. It never really bothered me until I got to this class. And so now learning this information and kind of puts a little bit more of a better perspective of things for me. So as you can see, that's my blog site. It's kind of rough, but we get the picture. So we can go back here. And for our first project, we had an evaluation of one of these websites. And from that evaluation, basically still covering the 10 heuristic traits. Took a couple of screenshots and kind of rated each screenshot and gave it a score, basically to see how it performed up to the characteristic trait. As you can see, the consistency thing is very important. This particular website, I felt like it was fine. I think most people in this class also felt that this particular website on the consistency portion was fine. It is across the board universal. So I will leave it at that. Then also, let's go to project 2. Project 2 is the user interview portion. With this portion, I'm great at people. I have great people skills. We basically was listening to interviews or watching the interviews from a different class to kind of go with our final project of creating certain applications. But throughout the interview process, it kind of unleashed different levels and tiers. We had to learn how to create task and analysis, stakeholders maps. And so I'm going to click on that for you guys. So my stakeholder map is this right here. So with the stakeholder map, basically, it's like an onion. With this onion, it kind of gives you the different levels and tiers of who the developer should have in mind. So basically, for me, it's my next level application. And then we go up from there, things that should be at the forefront of things. Food banks, which would be resources, things of that nature in schools and trades and jobs. In the main area, the hub of that is trying to reach, and it's basically for this particular project was DeKalb County. So I think that does have a bigger umbrella arm than some of the food banks and the other smaller tasks here. And then you have the website and application owner. And so we can go back and I would take you to the task and the scenarios. So this was interesting. So with the task, I didn't know how to create this, but during the interview process of me watching the recorded interview, it generated those questions and those tasks that the developer, in this case, me with the prototyping of the application, what the user wanted the application to look like and how it should function. Even though it was a rough draft, she gave us pretty much everything that we kind of needed to get things going. And it kind of went from there. And that also played a major role in the consistency part. I'm going to keep bringing that up because I felt like that was very important. So we're going to go on down to our project 3. And this is about the hierarchy in the storyboard. Storyboard kind of goes back with, in my opinion, it kind of goes back kind of like getting the creative juices flowing and getting you to understand of putting it out on paper and kind of playing the task out for each project. So click on the hierarchy. And so this right here is very important. It's very vital. I learned that from some of the feedback that I did receive. So basically, I would use this while I'm prototyping. It kind of gives you the overall structure and the functionality of what your prototype should look like and how you can tweak it, you can edit it and move some things around, things that may not fit, or you can condense some things. But as you can see, everything as far as whatever project or the app you're creating, that needs to be the head of the snake or the umbrella. And then everything else can kind of cascade on down and kind of go from most important to not really the least important, but in this case, the least important thing, and just different subtopics. So that's that. Then I will go to the storyboard. The storyboard, I think this is pretty cool. This is a new software that one of my classmates actually brought this to everybody's attention. It just kind of gets you to write out the things and play out the different tasks that the end user or the creator may have wanted you to do or try. So just kind of create different things, different scenarios for the storyboard. Basically, that's what it is for. I think I did fairly decent on this. So we can kind of go back. So now we get into the interesting part, the prototyping. This should be basically when we first did the prototyping, it was a hand drawing. And just kind of basically structure, okay, this is what it needs to be, or how it should look from the beginning. Boom, sign in, you got your profile picture, you can kind of go down the different arrows and reminders of different password hints and how you create it, and different drop downs and overlays. Basically, that's what this paper prototype is. And the next section, I will show you how we transform that into an actual usability prototype. And so here we have the poster where we can kind of keep the user engaged. Just basically post inviting everybody to the Zoom link and kind of see if it captured the end user's attention, playing with the different colors and backgrounds. And as you can see, this is not simple. I don't think that it would do good in the evaluation with the 10 heuristic traits, but hey, that was before I actually kind of got a hang of things. And so here's the infamous task list. So we have 12 different tasks. Mainly, you have your simple create an account, learn about different medical conditions, available resources in your local area, your appointments with your doctors and appointments and reminders of your medications, adding and removing emergency contacts, doctors, insurances, things of that nature, and also to add an account for a minor. So that's your task list. And here is the good thing, the prototype testing. Hopefully it loads. So here's the first one, as you can see, it's pretty all right. Well, then everything's going fine. Okay. Go that way. Appointment times, overlay. Yeah, back that way. Switch it. And we can kind of go to emergency contacts. So we don't have nothing there for her. And that's it. With that, looks like I'm finna run out of time here, but this is supposed to be the updated version. After some of the feedback that I did receive, I have it about us. Go back to the home page. Consent form. Oh. Okay. So, and that's about it for this portion. I hope you guys got a little bit better understanding.